Okay, so in the last video, I showed you how to get your companion set up as a Rosstalk listener. Now I'm just going to go back and walk through a few things specific to using Hyperdeck as a playback device and integrating it with the switcher so that roll clip works and all this. Basically, once you get this set up, it'll work pretty much the same as something like a Tria um, video server would work, which is great. So um, the first thing is obviously you need to make sure that your hyperdecks are connected um, to Companion. Um, Once that's done, go back to where you made your device. Um, so in your switcher and dashboard, go to configuration and devices and pull up the device that you made. A couple settings you're going to want to make sure are on. You want to make sure roll clip is on your device. And then for each playback device that you're using here, so for each hyperdeck that you have that you want to control with your switcher, you'll need to make a separate device because your roll clip command is going to be set to a CC. So all this means is that when I have roll clip on the input coming to my hyperdecks, as soon as I put my hyperdeck in program on my switcher, automatically my switcher is going to send this custom command, which translates to page number and button number. It's going to send that to companion to fire a button. So here I have it set to 6.1. You can set it to whatever you want. And if we go over and look at page 6 in companion, button 6.1 for me is just play on my hyperdeck. So that's how you want to set that up. Once you have all of that set up, you can put that on any button. Just make sure that the button number matches this CC you're sending here. Once you have all of that set up, you need to go back into dashboard, go to configuration, inputs, and we need to assign that device we've made to the input that's coming from it. So wherever you have your hyperdecks plugged into your switcher is where you need to assign this device. So you see in this column here, you've got all your inputs over here, and then right here, device. This is where we assign it. So I'll scroll down. Our inputs from our hyperdecks are called Deck 1 and Deck 2. And you can see here in the device column, you just click on the little gray bar there. It pops up with all of your devices, and you just click on it to choose which device to assign to it. Once that's set up, every time that input 23 on my switcher goes into program, it's going to send that custom control 6.1 to companion, which is going to trigger play on the hyperdecks. So as soon as that input goes into program, my hyperdecks are automatically going to start playing just like a video server would. That way I don't have to hit play and then transition it. I can have it start immediately as soon as it goes into program, not miss any time at the front of that video, and not have to fuss with hitting play on it. Okay, so now that you've got it all set up, I'm going to show you how this actually works in practice. So if you only have one video that you're playing back from your playback device, the way that it's set up now will work fine for you. But probably for most situations, what you'll want to do is have some way of actually selecting what clip you're playing back. So for us on our switcher, when we have multiple videos, we'll have a different custom control for each video. So our volunteers who run switcher know just from their playing center run sheet, we have, pre-show and then our countdown, and then we're going straight into a video after that. So they know to hit this vid1 button here. And what this is doing is it's actually triggering another button in Companion. So this one here, 618, ignore that for now. That's setting the audio source, but we don't need to worry about that. The important one is this right here, 625, that I set up. Now, if we pop over to Companion, you'll see I have a button 625 labeled Video 1. Okay, and what this does is it's selecting the slot and the clip number that I want to play. So all of our videos on our Hyperdecks are labeled 0000, 0001, 0002. There's an offset here. So 0000 for us, the first clip number 1, is just a generic clip to reset our frame sync after we record, so we don't use that. Our actual first video is always clip number 2 for us. And so video 1 is always clip 2. What it does from there, it fires a custom control on Ross on our switcher. Now, this is basically all this custom control does is throw the Hyperdeck into program. When the Hyperdeck goes into program, it throws that custom control back out here, which hits play, our roll clip button. We also have it updating a clock in ProPresenter that just shows when the video is going to end. And that's how that works. I mean, and the other thing is with these custom controls, you can get as complicated as you want. This is a pretty generic video for us, no like fade to black or anything. On this other video, you can see we're blacking out screens. We've got a number of other things here, 621, that hits Go Plus on our lights, which goes to a blackout cue. This makes it so that when we hit our video button, our screens and our lights all black out at the same time, pauses for 120 frames, and then it hits 626, which does the same thing, tells our Hyperdeck what clip number to play, starts a clock, throws it in program, and it just works really well. So that's just how we do that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you guys get this set up in whatever way you need.